In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best shooting guards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team on a tier list here ranging from S that does go all the way down to D tier, and we have about 45 of the best shooting guards in this game. I know I posted a shooting guard tier list only a couple days ago, but I wanted to get you guys an updated shooting guard tier list because there is so many great shooting guards being added to this game. I think since the last time I did this tier list, even though it was only a couple days ago, there is 10 new shooting guards that I put on this tier list. I wanted to get you guys an updated one, and honestly, there's probably 3 shooting guards on this list that weren't in the top 5 on the last one that probably are this time. So we got some top tier shooting guards you guys probably have seen: Ron Artest, Carmelo Anthony, Glenn Rice, Kawhi. Those are 4 huge names that are easily going to be somewhere in the top 5-ish, maybe top 7, and some other shooting guards like Michael Finley, Jared Wallace, RJ Barrett, Batum, other cards to drop as well that I wanted to put on this tier list and get you guys an updated best shooting guards tier list. So looking at the first shooting guard is going to be 100 overall Glenn Rice, and I think he's a new top 5 shooting guard in this game. I would say Glenn Rice is probably even in my top 3 compared to like Kevin Durant and Dr. J, who are probably also going to be in the S tier category. He's 6'8" at shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan, and this card is ridiculous. His stats and his badges are perfect. His animations are really good. His jump shot is amazing. His dribble sigs are the invincible type of sigs where he has the Garland dribble style, D Francis size up, Kemba escape, Trey behind the back. The only flaw about this card, and the only thing that they didn't give him to make him like honestly the second or best shooting guard in this game, is the Pro 2 fade. Because everything else, maybe you don't like the jump shot, that's definitely a preference thing, but I mean everything else is perfect on this card. 6'8", good height, good player model. He does everything so amazingly besides the fade, but everything else is like invincible level. But I do think Glenn Rice is going to be in the S tier category. Now on the flip side, talking about Brandon Ingram, he's still a good shooting guard for sure. I want to lean probably towards like C or B tier. I'm going to go probably C tier for now. There's a lot of great shooting guards on this list. Like I said, there's updated with like 10 new top 10 shooting guards in this game. Not really, but like you guys know what I mean. There's just so many good shooting guards to have dropped, over the past couple days. Invincible Paul George, I'm not going to go S. I think he's very close to S tier, but I don't think he's a top 5 shooting guard. I know there's a whole debate on this card and everybody hates this card, or some people still like this card. It's a whole debate, but I do think Paul George is still very, very good. 6'8" at shooting guard, 6'11" wingspan. Compared to Glenn Rice, he has a really good jump shot, just like Glenn Rice. He's got a better fade than Glenn Rice, but his sigs are so much worse. And that's the worst thing about this card, is his dribbling, his movement, everything else on this card, elite. He's a great card. I just don't think he's a top 5 shooting guard. So for that reason, he's going to be an A tier. Talking about Dark Matter, Ron Artest, I think he's probably like C or B at this stage. I would probably take him over Brandon Ingram. I'm going to go, maybe go both of them in B. I think we'll go both of them in B for now, because I do think Nicholas Batum is also like a B tier shooting guard. He's actually underrated, and I believe he's super cheap. Like, if I'm not mistaken, he's like 45k, maybe 50,000 MT at the most, and he's a really elite shooting guard. I mean, he's 6'8" at the shooting guard position, 7'1" wingspan, amazing defensive card. He's just very well rounded. He does everything well. He's got a good jump shot, Pro 2 fade, and the sigs are nice. They're not the best sigs in this game, but they're definitely solid with the Kemba escape, Fox size up, and the Devin Booker dribble style. I do like Batum a lot. I'm gonna go Batum in the B tier category. Ricky Davis at this stage of the game is no higher than C tier. I think there will be some worse shooting guards on this list, but in my opinion, Ricky Davis is going to be in C tier, probably also alongside RJ Barrett. You could even probably go RJ and D. I'm gonna go RJ and D. I know that might seem a little bit low for this card. I don't know. I don't think I did pull him on my main account, and I've been trying him out and testing him out. I just don't like this card. I mean, his jump shot's decent. He has Pro 2 fade. The sigs are okay. I don't know what it is about this card. I've always loved RJ Barrett cards in my team in the past. I just don't like this Dark Matter. I think he's still a good shooting guard. He's still a top 50 shooting guard in this game. If he's on the best cards tier list, best shooting guards tier list, he's definitely still usable and very good. But I just think compared to the best shooting guards in my team, don't think you can put him any higher than D tier. Now, talking about Dark Matter Kawhi, this is an easy A tier shooting guard. Obviously, we'll get to his Invincible here in a second, but his Invincible isn't like that much better than his Dark Matter, but there's definitely a difference. But the Dark Matter is still really good. Elite defensive card, still has that good jump shot. I mean, it's Kawhi Leonard. He's going in the A tier category. Talking about Invincible Ron Artest, this is a tricky one. There are so many good shooting guards in this game. He's also not like that incredibly different compared to his Dark Matter card. 6'7" at shooting guard, 6'11" wingspan. The legend defensive badges do make a huge difference. Like, insane to have that many legend defensive badges, but he has the same jump shot as his Dark Matter. His sigs, he did get Garland dribble style, Steve Francis size up, Kemba escape. So he's the card compared to Kawhi, where he actually got quite a bit of better sigs. But I do think Ron Artest, it makes sense for his Invincible card to go in the S tier category. Now, talking about Dark Matter J-Dub, realistically D tier. Not a huge fan of this J-Dub card. I never really was. You know, I'm pretty sure I did a gameplay on this card, and I don't know. He's 6'5" at shooting guard. His jump shot's good, but other than that, I think he's very mediocre at the shooting guard position. Now, Invincible Kawhi. I think I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I do think he's in the same tier. Is the Heat better than his Dark Matter? 100% yes. But a tier list isn't based on, oh, if they're better than a card in their tier, they're higher, you know, they should be up a tier list. Because, for example, if I think Ron Artest is better than Brandon Ingram, well, then do I have to move Ron Artest up or Brandon Ingram down? I personally don't think so. I think a tier list, there can be better cards in that tier. It's not that, like, I'm saying, like, I think Glenn Rice is better than Ron Artest, but I'm not going to move Ron Artest down just because I think Glenn Rice is better. Obviously, there's going to be different cards and better cards in each tier. So I think his Invincible is better, of course, but I don't think it's better enough to put him in the S tier category, because I don't think, honestly, if you use both cards, you would really notice a difference, if I'm being completely honest. Now, talking about 100 overall Carmelo, he's got to go in A tier as well. Same sort of thing. We'll have to see if we want to move his Invincible card into S, because his 100 overall is still very elite at this game, very elite at the shooting guard position. I don't know if I want to move Carmelo up into S for his Invincible, but we'll talk about that here in a second once we get to him. Now, Dark Matter Jerry Stackhouse, I've never really been a big fan of this card. I know a lot of people love him, so maybe I could go B tier. Realistically, I think for me, I would probably go C tier if I'm being completely honest. So I'm gonna go C tier. I know a lot of people think that's way too low. Just not a huge fan of this card. Dark Matter Mike Miller, I really love, and it might be crazy to say, like, I don't know if I can put him on the same tier as Invincible Kawhi, so maybe I go like high B tier, but he is a lot better than Ron Artest, Brandon Ingram, and Batum in my personal opinion, but I'm gonna go Mike Miller in that B tier category. Now, Dark Matter Gordon Hayward I think is solid. I'll go Gordon Hayward in C tier. I do like his jump shot. He plays solid defense. He feels like a C tier shooting guard to me. 100 overall T-Mac. I think this is a card that probably was an S tier in the last tier list I did, but I don't know if I could put T-Mac in the S tier category. He's still very good. I like his jump shot. I like his SIGs. There's just better shooting guards, and we have gotten so many elite shooting guards in this game. So I do think for now, T-Mac's going to be in A. Talking about Michael Finley, he's pretty much just Luol Deng at shooting guard. He's really good. I'm either going to go high B or low A. I'm going to go high B tier for now. Michael Finley's really good. He might be A. Like, he might be on the lower side of A. I would probably take him over Mike Miller. 6'7" at shooting guard, 6'11" wingspan, good stats and badges. The jump shot's amazing. Pro 2 fade. The SIGs could be better, and that's why I kind of want to keep him in B. I'm going to go high B tier for now for Michael Finley. Rick Barry, easy A tier. He's the card that a lot of people might be surprised by, but Rick Barry is an absolute monster. Like, absolute beast. 6'7" shooting guard, 6'11" wingspan. Of course, the good stats and badges. The jump shot's amazing. Pro 2 fade. And take a look at the SIGs that he has. Best behind the back in the game. Best dribble style. A good size up. And one of the best escapes in this entire game. So his animations are elite. He's got good size at the shooting guard position. I know Rick Barry cards usually aren't good in my team, but I'm telling you guys, that Dark Matter is an easy A tier shooting guard. Talking about Invincible Carmelo. This is where it gets tricky. I do think Carmelo is better than Kawhi when it comes to both of their Invincibles. Carmelo is 6'7" at shooting guard, 7-foot wingspan, has a much better jump shot than Kawhi, has a better fade. His SIGs, Garland dribble style is amazing, Curry escape tray behind the back. The only flaw with his SIGs are his size up. So in my opinion, I do think Carmelo, he sneaks into that S tier category. I think Ron Artest is probably better. I think Glenn Rice is definitely better, but I do think Carmelo is a step above his 100 overall card because of these SIG improvements. So I do think Carmelo probably going to be the lowest card in S, but he's definitely going to be an S tier shooting guard in my personal opinion. Rocco, still really good. I know it's a pink diamond card, and people are going to call me crazy putting him on the same tier as Dark Matters, but Rocco's still 6'9" at shooting guard, elite player model, elite level defender. I seriously think Rocco's still an A tier shooting guard. Bilal Coulibaly, same sort of thing. I feel like he's also in B tier. I know he's a Galaxy Opal, but a gem tier at this point in the game doesn't really matter too much if a card's actually really good. Now, yes, Invincible cards are a lot better than Pink Diamond cards, but Pink Diamond's the Dark Matters. Like, what's the difference between Batum and Rocco? I feel like they do very similar things on the court. Same thing with Bilal Coulibaly. So I do think they're both going to be in B tier. OG Anunoby, he feels like another B tier card to me, sort of in the middle of the pack. He's a great defensive shooting guard, has a nice open catch and shoot jump shot. Other than that, I feel like he doesn't really provide much offense for you, like shot creating wise, or he's not an insane rebounder. But I do think for the shooting guard position, he does his role really well, and I think he's going to be in B tier. Now, Amen Thompson, for me, I like him in A tier. I think he's one of the better shooting guards in this game. Don't believe he's anywhere near S tier anymore. I think when he came out, he was probably a top 5 shooting guard. At this stage of the game, he's probably like mid to low A tier. He's still really good offensively. He's got great dribble SIGs. It just comes down to, do you like Amen Thompson's jump shot? Because if you do, I think you'll really love this card. Talking about Dark Matter George Gerving, I'm going to go C tier. Never really a huge fan of that card. 100 overall DeMar DeRozan. People are going to call me crazy. I'm going to go C tier for 100 overall DeMar. Amari Caspi, I'm probably also going to go in the C tier category. Invincible Dr. J, he's easily a top 5 shooting guard. I would say he's probably number 1 in the S tier category so far. He's probably better than Glenn Rice. His jump shot's so amazing. He has that Pro 2 fade and just as good as dribble sigs, obviously, as Glenn Rice. 100 overall Larry Bird, gonna be in very high A tier. I'm really high on this Larry Bird card. If he didn't have the Fox dribble style and he had the Garland dribble style, he would probably be an S tier shooting guard. His jump shot is amazing. His sigs are good besides the De'Aaron Fox dribble style, and I believe he also does have Pro 2 fade. Now, Invincible Kevin Durant, I still think takes the reins as the best shooting guard in this game. It's become a lot closer in comparison. Cards like Glenn Rice, Carmelo, Ron Artest have dropped, and they're all very, very elite cards. But Kevin Durant still 6'10" at shooting guard. The Invincible sigs, a really good jump shot, and his own glitchy fade. Talking about Dark Matter, Brandon Roy, I think at this stage of the game, he's probably like high C tier, my personal opinion. Pink Diamond Jabari Smith, because of his height, I'm going to go in B tier. 6'11" with an elite level jump shot, does provide a lot of mismatches at the shooting guard position. Brandon Miller, I'm probably going to go like either high C or low B. I'm going to go low B tier for Brandon Miller. I think Buzelis is probably also B. I think Klay Thompson is probably also B. I think Jared Wallace is also probably B. I think LaMarcus Aldridge is probably also B. Andrew Wiggins, I've really never loved this card. I'm going to go D tier for Andrew Wiggins. Franz, I'm probably going to go like high B tier for Franz. I know that might seem a little bit ridiculous, but I'm not really too high on that Franz card. I think he's really good, but I'm not like he's the best shooting guard in this game, A tier type of level. I do think he's going to be in B tier. Karl Malone, I feel like, is also going to be in B. I think Nick Young's also going to be in B tier. There's just a lot of B tier cards where I feel like they're not A, but I also don't feel like they're C tier in my personal opinion. And Corey Maggette, he's going to be in D tier. Clyde's going to be in C alongside DeMar. Probably two of the worst 100 overall cards in this game. They're just not much better than their Dark Matter cards or their lower tier cards. Page is going to be in B, 6'10" with a really good jump shot. Vince, I feel like you could probably argue A tier. I think at this stage in the game, Vince is probably still in B. I know it might seem crazy to have 100 overall with these type of cards, but I do think he's going to be B tier. And then I would say Bernard King probably also in that B tier category. So let me know what you guys think about my updated shooting guard tier list. Wanted to get you guys an updated tier list because I think compared to the last one, I mean, we didn't have Glenn Rice, Ron Artest, or Carmelo. Those cards weren't in the game. Obviously, Kawhi wasn't in the game. Rick Barry wasn't on this tier list. Cards like OG, Michael Finley, Jared Wallace. Like, there's just a lot more shooting guards that we've added to this tier list. So hopefully you guys did enjoy, and let me know what you guys do think about my tier list. Let me just scroll to the bottom so you guys can see all of the cards ranked here. You guys can pause the video if you guys need to. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.